A new year and a new milestone for humanity, at least as far as the US Census Bureau is concerned. It said that throughout 2023, the global population grew by about 75 million people, so that on January 1st, 2024, the total world population exceeded 8 billion. In fact, the Census Bureau believes we reached that number last September, but this is an estimate, and it's not the first one to hit 8 billion. The United Nations put the count there back in November of 2022. So why the discrepancy? Not every nation has an accurate census. Not every nation has an accurate way to record its births and deaths, according to the US government. And regardless of when or if the number of humans actually reached 8 billion, the growth isn't spread evenly across all countries. India, the most populated nation, is forecast to add a new person every couple seconds, while China, the second most populous, is estimated to decrease by one person every 65 seconds. Well, Happy New Year, everyone, and thank you for joining us on The World from A to Z. My name is Carl Azuz. We are excited to be kicking off our second season on air, and the next place we're going to is the Asian country of Japan. The western part of the main island of Honshu was struck by a powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake on New Year's Day. Dozens of aftershocks have shaken the country since then. Homes collapsed and fires flared up, which added to the destruction. At least 73 people were killed, some are still missing, and the search for survivors continues through the rubble. Japan is located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, a horseshoe-shaped region where there's a lot of earthquake and volcanic activity. Still, the strength of this tremor caught many residents by surprise.
On a day the calendar turned to a new year, Western Japan felt the earth move with it. This woman said, "My city is in a terrible situation, with fears things could get worse." The earthquake had a depth of about 6 miles, triggering tsunami warnings along the west coast. Eventually, the warnings were canceled as the threat of larger waves passed, though advisories continued for Western Japan, a region unaccustomed to this level of disruption.
People there have felt earthquakes probably over the years, but this is, to my knowledge, the biggest earthquake by far. So people don't have experience with an earthquake this size.
Cameras captured what it looked like, felt like, as the 7.5 magnitude earthquake hit around 4 in the afternoon on a holiday. How people ducked for cover and couldn't quite believe their eyes in the moment. Next challenge, assessing the damage. At least 33,000 homes without power. About 1,400 passengers stranded on bullet trains brought to a standstill. All while roads are damaged, buildings collapsed.
I would be concerned about it having significant aftershocks over the coming months or even another year.
A year of potential reminders of what happened this first day of January. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
On this date in world history. It was on January 4th, 1853 that Solomon Northup officially regained his freedom. The African-American farmer and musician was born free in New York, but he was tricked and kidnapped and sold into slavery in 1841. Northup's experiences, rescue, and reunification with his family were detailed by the book 12 Years a Slave, published in 1853. On this date in 1896, the 45th state was admitted to the Union. Utah was nicknamed the Beehive State for its industry and reputation for hard work. And on January 4th in 2010, the world's tallest skyscraper officially opened to the public. Located in the United Arab Emirates, the Burj Khalifa stands more than 2,700 feet over Dubai. Better fitness, better finances, better mental health. These are the most common New Year's resolutions for American adults, according to a Forbes Health One Poll survey conducted last fall. It's one thing and an easy one to set a goal. What are some tips for keeping it?
From exercising more to eating better. If you're looking to make a change in the new year, you're not alone, but bad habits can be hard to shift.
Change is not like a light switch. It is a process.
Clinical psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says the first way to help make resolutions stick is to be specific about our goals.
Our brains love to know the direction that we are going. So instead of saying, I want to exercise more, make a specific goal, such as 20 minutes of walking a day. This is going to make you much more successful in completing this goal.
Albert says to also be realistic. Setting goals that aren't sustainable can make resolutions fall flat.
This is because we tend to set behaviors that are too different from where we are at this very moment. Anticipating obstacles. This is a helpful strategy for continuing resolutions.
Albert says stopping a behavior is harder than starting one. So instead of trying not to eat any more junk food, she says to try setting a goal to eat more fruits and veggies. And finally, link a new behavior to an existing one.
For example, if you drink coffee every morning, but you want to start exercising, link the exercise to drinking the coffee. Have it be the very next behavior that you do.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Quick check of who's watching today takes us to the Midwestern United States. Not sure if it's pronounced Coach Goose or Coach Guz, but it is great to see y'all at Oakland Craig High School. It's nighttime in Oakland, Nebraska. And from Malden, South Carolina, we welcome the Mavericks today. Mr. Stone's class is online at Malden High School.
Word of knowledge. What city's name means fragrant harbor? Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, Buenos Aires, Copenhagen. Fragrant harbor or incense harbor is the translation of Hong Kong, a special administrative region of China.
In this city, New Year's Eve is a feast for the senses. It's where lasers and light shows illuminate a world-famous skyline. The mastermind? Fireworks engineer Wilson Mao. For the first time since 2018, Hong Kong's traditional New Year's display is back. And Mao was born ready as the third generation in the family business of fireworks. Since 1997, Mao has designed and staged major fireworks displays in Hong Kong for New Year, Lunar New Year, and National Day. In his Kowloon office, we see just a fraction of the hardware that goes into each show and the software that runs it.
It all begins with the music. So once the music is done, my choreographer is going to put the music into a software. She will start a script using that software by plugging fireworks into the music, line by line. It is a very tedious work.
Mao's displays are massive. In October, his National Day show involved over 31,000 firing shells and lasted more than 23 minutes. More than 400,000 people came out to watch, according to authorities. Fireworks and firework displays, what you do, it's been around for so long. But how is it changing? How is it modernizing?
The fireworks in the future will be integrated with drones. Drones can actually carry pyrotechnics, and it will feature another texture different from display shells. And it also carries an angle. We can actually film that from drones and shooting fireworks at the same time.
Wow. Technology is further igniting a craft that dates back centuries, and this pyromaster is leading the charge.
Fireworking some magic, an explosive powdered spectacle, an aerial finale that's highly pyrotechnical. The deck is full of chemical compounds that are handled by spotters and tenders to which you can't hold a Roman candle. It's a handful to carry the mantle of explosive composition, starbursting like comets from its fuse of battery ignition. I think that made sense and hope it fireworked. I'm Carl Azuz for The World from A to Z, and it means the world to have you watching.